Manchester United. We spend so much time, wasted time, individualising the issues at Man United. It's the manager, it's Maguire, it's McTominay, it's Bruno, it's Rashford.
Big points being made here by Goldbridge. Before we go any further, hit the like button, subscribe, make sure bell notifications are turned on, and follow our TikTok as well. Scan that QR code on the screen. I want to get back to what Mark's saying here, but I'm already getting a feeling that he's bang on the money.
It's Højlund, it's Casemiro, it's this, it's that, and the radio stations will be full of it. But the fact is, we spend all summer talking about what a rubbish summer it's been and how bad the Glazers are for Manchester United. And then when things go wrong, we individualise it. Oh, it's this player, it's that player, it's this manager. We are what we are, and we're in for a long season. We will get hammered by somebody very soon. We will have another Crystal Palace very soon. We're just not very good.
Mark's made some interesting and very accurate points. We will go through periods as Man United fans focusing on the root cause problem at the club. Then we individualize it down to sack the manager, we get better. I'm already seeing people say, well, Spurs are poorly run. Postecoglou's come in, look how amazing they are. And they're judging the situation after 6 or 7 games. Judge it at the end of the season. Judge it in 18 months' time. I'm not saying Spurs will fall away, but let's relax a moment. There's not enough of a body of work there to use it as a working example. We get to this point where if we drop Rashford and Bruno, we'll be perfect. We'll be fine. Bring in this manager, we'll get to the next level. The short-term thinking and the kind of one size fits all approach that Man United fans have is a problem for us as well. Criticize Rashford, criticize the manager, call for him maybe to be sacked. That's fine. But don't kid yourself into believing that in the medium to long term, this club is going to improve. You're being disingenuous or stupid. Listen to the people that have been doing this for a long time now, talking about this for a long time. I want Rashford dropped. I wouldn't mind Bruno starting a few games on the bench. It doesn't bother me personally. But anybody that thinks that alone is going to save Manchester United, honest to God, genuine, I really mean it. Give your head a wobble.
How dare you?
Marcus Rashford doing on that football pitch today, he was absolutely pathetic.
Just him?
Where?
No, Rashford was awful today. Rashford was genuinely, bona fidely horrendous. So again, the just him thing is crazy. Rashford had so many good opportunities and openings and messed the play up. It's unbelievable.
No, but the team as a whole, but Rashford this season hasn't done anything. This whole season, it's as though he did so well last year. This season's completely given up.
Who else? Who else hasn't done anything?
No, but as a club at the moment, we are completely on our knees.
The thing is here with what Gabby's saying, it's whataboutery. The man's phoned up to complain, and this is the thing. I've just had a go at saying we shouldn't individualize things. That's from a solutions perspective. However, you can individualize criticism. And saying, I don't know, Casemiro has been bad as well, that's not a defense of Rashford. Rashford made mistakes today and deserves to be criticized. And this is the problem we have at Man United at times, is certain people are overly overprotected, and they shouldn't be. Rashford needs ridicule. Rashford needs scrutiny. Rashford needs to be dropped. I don't care whether it's Martial, Sancho, Pogba, Rashford, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Lukaku, Falcao, Di Maria, Rooney, Fellaini, Welbeck. I'm going to criticize these players when they're not performing well for my football club. I'll go back to the original point now. I'm not going to delude myself into thinking, genuinely not going to delude myself into thinking that we just drop Rashford and we become an exponentially better football team in the long term. Much more surgery is needed at this club.
Wait for it, 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 wait for it.
To say, I am sorry. To the Manchester City fans, I am sorry for comparing Bruno Fernandes to Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh my God!
Sorry. To the Manchester City fans again, and to the Liverpool fans, I am sorry for comparing Onana to Edison and Alisson. Sorry. To the Arsenal fans, I am sorry for comparing Marcus Rashford to Bukayo Saka.
Why?
Sorry.
Oh, listen, this cheered me up. This has cheered me up. Like, I love this guy because, again, he's comedic, he's funny, his TikTok's amazing. Again, if you take it seriously, he'll wind you up, but don't take it seriously. It's pantomime, it's funny. This cheered me up because I kind of feel like that as well. I was so confident this season was going to be better for Man United. I really thought we'd go to another level. Listen, I've got egg on my face. Absolutely 110% wrong I was.
Let's go! Come on!
Explain the situation here. So the linesman thought, obviously, it's worth watching, looking again, and that's why he raised the flag. In the good old times, a linesman should have seen that as well, that this is no offside, because you had these situations quite frequently, and when you see it back, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. But again, nobody did it on purpose, so I cannot, again, whatever I say here, it just creates headlines, but doesn't help the situation at all.
I've been someone who's criticised Klopp in the past for the things that he said or done, but Liverpool Football Club yesterday, I'm not going to become petty. I'm not going to do an eye for an eye. I'm not going to say, well, my club hasn't had the right decisions and Liverpool fans don't back my club in this circumstance, so therefore I'm going to degrade myself to the same level. I'm going to rise above it. I've said it before. I hate the way the media treated Raheem Sterling for many, many, many years. But my remedy for this, my medicine, was to see the media treat Raheem Sterling better. Not for them to go for Rashford or for Harry Kane and treat them equally as bad. That for me is never the remedy. I want everybody to be treated better, not worse. I want refereeing decisions to be better for everybody, not worse. Because as fans, I think we perpetuate the situation. We really, really do. Liverpool were absolutely robbed yesterday. And every single football fan on planet Earth, put your rivalry aside for a moment and understand that by laughing at Liverpool, by helping to brush this under the carpet, you only guarantee that you will be robbed, cheated, screwed, and maybe even lose at the hands of corruption. Who knows how deep this goes? Legitimately, the statement that's come out here, Ben Jacobs put it out yesterday. This wasn't, they forgot to draw the lines. It's deeper. It's worse. Genuinely. The lines were drawn. The check-in protocols were carried out correctly. But Darren England, the VAR, lost sight of the on-field decision, thinking a goal had been given, and thus upheld it quickly as check complete. He said, check complete. Check that it was onside. He thought they'd given the goal in the game. This is far worse than not drawing the lines. It means officials are not watching the games. What are they doing in that room? Cup of tea, having a beer? Watching Netflix? They're not concentrating. How can you not be concentrating? As fans, we miss nothing because we watch our teams with eagle eyes, looking for any disadvantages or advantages we get. They were not watching the game, which calls into question every other single decision they make. Whether your team benefits and you celebrate, or you are the victim of this incompetence, the victim potentially of this corruption, and corruption must be investigated here. I'm not casting aspersions. I'm saying we should not rule it out. But this is happening on a regular basis. They're not watching games. And this is the proof in the proverbial pudding. And every single football fan should be outraged. Every single football club should write a letter to PGMOL, to the Premier League, to UEFA, to FIFA, and complain on behalf of Liverpool. Football fans have got to stand up and start acting honorably here, rather than pulling up the ladder and saying, I'm okay, Jack. Teams have got to start offering to share points when they win this way. Clubs have got to start offering potential rematches when these things happen. We actually need football to rise above these bad decisions that are in the gutter. We need to drag it out the gutter because nobody else is going to do it. Just look at some examples here. 4 weeks ago, Howard Webb and the PGMOL turn around and apologize, saying that Ake's goal shouldn't have stood because as Akanji moves, he gets into the eye line of the goalkeeper. Yesterday, a brilliant goal from Palace. No one's, even Man United fans are not talking about it as being an offside goal. The goalkeeper has to move to the right so he can see the shot because he's got a player standing directly in front of him. The shot goes straight over the player in an offside position's head. The goalie's blinded. He can't get his hand up in time. If the goalie had maintained his position because an opponent wasn't in an offside position, he may have saved the shot. Therefore, it's offside. So we've seen them apologise for the same exact decision and not give it. We saw last week, Arsenal awarded what most of us think was a rightful penalty. And when professional referees have been asked to explain the difference between this handball and the one Man United didn't get in the same game, they couldn't give a detailed professional explanation. This is incompetence, or it is corruption, or a combination of the two. How can we, in any capacity, trust what these referees are saying, trust what these referees are doing, if we now know 100% factually they are not watching and concentrating on the goddamn games?
Suck your mum, yeah, I said it, suck your mum.
Things in roundabouts. I'm not here to discuss what's right and what's wrong, otherwise we can go after all fixtures over the whole year. All I'll say is, one game a week, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, with Maddison, Son, I'm telling you, 4 points out of Arsenal away and Liverpool at home, this club can win the league. This club can win the league. And I'm sorry for your loss. That's, 2 years in the making. My man's been at the door for 3 months, and we're absolutely on fire.
Spurs winning the league. I'm not giving an opinion on it because I get called a hater. Spurs fans, let me know what you think. A lot of giddy fans. And by the way, you should be I understand you celebrating the result. I get celebrating the wins. But let's not brush the decisions under the carpet because they'll come back and haunt you in a week. And the irony will be this time next week, if Spurs lose because of the same reasons, they'll be out here saying it's a disgrace. We've got to shut football down. But can they win the league? Can they win the league? Let me know, people.
No, God, please, no, no.
And it looked to me like Martin Odegaard made that decision. You know what I mean? And I think that's a fantastic bit of captaincy. Heard all these 007, 008 and all this sort of stuff. You know what I mean? And he's just like, you know what? You're having a decent game. We're 2-0 up. And I'm confident in you that you'll get it done. You know what I mean? So go forth, take that penalty. I thought that was brilliant by Martin Odegaard. He really is showing himself as a really top captain.
It was absolutely perfect for the club, the players, the captain to do this for Kai Havertz, to get that, get that energy back into him, a bit of confidence, get the goal, get the 007, 008 conversations out the way. We know this negativity impacts players. And I think Robbie is absolutely right here in talking about this. What I find interesting, though, and I will be holding him to account on Tuesday, but Lee Gunner angry. Lee Gunner angry that not only did Kai Havertz get to score a goal, Lee Gunner angry not only that his team won 4-0, but he's annoyed that the fans voted Kai Havertz as the man of the match. Now, there may be an element of sympathy that's gone into some of those votes, but I actually thought he played well in the game. But state of this club, he says, in what way, shape, or form is the German Lurch man of the match? This is the bit I don't understand. You've just won 4-0. He broke his duct. Great leadership. At that moment in time when you're tweeting, you're second in the league. You have a chance to go top of the league next week when you play Man City. It's been as good a start as last season. I think you're 1 point worse off, but the defensive record is better. You're one of the highest goal-scoring teams in the Premier League, one of the highest goal-scoring teams in the top flight of European football this year. You're unbeaten in all competitions, but yet Lee is angry with people like AFTV, with people out there voting and saying, well done, Kai, giving him a pat on the back, encouraging him and saying, next time, go out. Go, hopefully now your confidence will improve and we'll try and, we'll develop the very best Kai Havertz possible. And I understand the holding clubs to account and booing when you need to and criticizing when you need to. But there's also time where you've got to show support. Keep your chin up, keep going. Encouragement even through adversity. Lee Gunner angry that his team just won 4-0. This man has so many first world problems. Unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable. the first world problems that he's got. It's crazy. He's literally moaning about being one of the best teams in Europe, winning a game 4-0, and a player that's been under pressure scoring a goal and being voted man of the match. There's other clubs out here that are in horrendous situations that are more positive than he is. It doesn't even make sense. But people, look, hit the like and the share button. Please subscribe. Give us your thoughts, feelings, opinions. What you feel about all the stuff that we've featured today on the show. Back with more content later today. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you soon.